please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
Welcome back. We have been getting you a galaxy of prominent Indian corporate voices on the big upgrade that India has got. I think the first time in our history that we are at BA2. We have been BA3 for the longest time, and that was the best grade we had got. Joining us now is Keki Mistry, Vice Chairman and CEO of HDFC. Mr. Mistry, how does it feel? Are you already raising money? I believe you're in Singapore now. Raising money cheap?
Yeah. No, not raising money cheap, but we are meeting our institutional investors, our equity investors. But seriously, I think it's a great move. I think the initiatives that the government has taken in recent times in the various things, starting with demonetisation, GST, RERA, all of that, I think that is taking its effect. And rating agencies are now beginning to recognize India's potential, and that's the reason for the upgrade. So I think it's great news for India, and compliments to everyone who has involved.
If you were to raise money now, would it be cheaper?
I would think so. My sense is if you were to go to the overseas market to raise money, it would probably be a little cheaper. We just finished a borrowing 4 days earlier when we got some funds at 5-year funding at a 7.1% falling cost. This was, of course, a rupee-denominated masala bond.
Okay.
Masala bond.
Okay. Yeah, but now even the rupee-denominated bond may come more cheap because the rupee is already strengthened.
It would come in a few basis points cheaper. That's right.
The rupee is already strengthened, sir. I understand it's a dollar is going to cost not even 65 rupees now. It's, I think, 64.95. Yesterday we closed at 65.32. But Mr. Mistry, it's a great time that we have you because yesterday, in the dying hours of the market, around 3 o'clock, the cabinet also decided to increase the carpet area for homes under the subvention scheme.
That's right.
Now, how does that play out? You just raised money with the IFC for affordable housing, right?
Right. We raised money from IFC. This is under the Masala Bond program, so that's a different program altogether.
The one that you referred to.
But
this upgrade...
The subvention scheme classifies customers into 3 categories: lower income group, middle income group 1, and middle income group 2. Now, in each of these categories, there are different conditions that need to be satisfied for a customer to be eligible for a subsidy.
Yes.
In the MIG 2 scheme, for example, that's the highest category.
Yeah.
You should not be owning a property at the time you want to buy a house. First condition. Second condition is the area of the dwelling unit has to be less than 110 square meters carpet area, which has now been revised to 150 square meters carpet area. And the third condition is that the income of the individual has to be less than 1.8 million. Now, 110 square meters with now 150 square meters is obviously a very decent-sized 1,500 square feet of carpet area. It's a very decent-sized apartment for anyone in any of the big cities.
Listen,
but if you look
Bombay,
at the outskirts of the big cities, in Bombay, even in Bombay, 1,500 square, people will buy apartments usually which are less than 1,500 square feet. But if you look at the tier 2, tier 3 towns, and particularly the smaller, even tier 4 towns, there people generally buy much larger houses. Because there the concept of apartments is much lesser. There is more the concept of buying houses. And the size of the house is usually more than 110 square meters.
Yeah. So what I wanted to know is, sir, do you think that you're going to see a quantum leap in the number of people who will qualify and who will come into the affordable housing?
Yeah, I would say the eligibility will certainly increase. More people will come into the net. The only other thing which we would like to say is that the condition that the person should not be owning any other property at that point of time. That condition is the one which is also restricting a lot of people from buying a house, availing of the subsidy, because most people own something or the other. It might be a one-room tenement in a small town in their native places. So ideally, the scheme should say, if possible, that the benefit will be available if it's the house which is
do you see some of the inventory getting cleared out now, and therefore real estate getting a breath of...
Certainly. I mean, we've always said, Lata, over the years that any rally that you see in equity markets, historically, and I'm talking of the last several years, will always inevitably be followed by a rally in real estate prices, the real estate market. It can happen 1 year, 3 years, 5 years later. I don't know the time. But historically, any rally in stock markets, at some point of time, people look back and say stock markets have gone up so much, and real estate has not, and then people switch to it.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Mistry, thanks a lot for your time this morning.
Really kind of you to join us in this unscheduled. I believe he had a series of meetings in Singapore. Kind of you to join us, sir.
Okay, let's move on now. How should you trade this move then? Because the SGX Nifty is indicating 80-point gap up. Ashwini Gujral, Sudarshan Sukhani and Prakash Kaba now join us. Good morning, gentlemen. Ashwini, I was hearing your closing comments yesterday that this didn't look like a pullback and something bigger than that. But at 80-point gap up, what is the trade now on the Nifty and also on the Bank Nifty?
Well, good morning. Actually, it was, fairly clear 3 o'clock day before. But yesterday was a tentative start, which finally started building up strongly. And today you have a US market also, which is up strongly. Now, this, according to me, is macro news. So macro news, whenever that happens, and the good thing is it's not coming at 10,600. It's coming while the market is already corrected. So the boost that you will get will probably be a bit larger. So even post the open, if I had to risk on any day, I would take the risk today and look for follow through. Chances are that follow through will come in, and at least you will have one day which will really close in full steam, probably at a new high also. So even that possibility cannot be discounted, because now more people will come in. The few shorts which are there, they will get cleaned out. So I would think even at the open, I would go ahead and buy.
Oh, yes, there is, I think, a very scared bear out there today. But Ashwini, does this catapult us to 10,490? Because this is big macro news, I thought.
150, 200 point rally has happened before. And given that we've now coming out of a correction, and based on this sort of news, markets tend to price in whatever the news is within a single day. So it's not planning to probably do it in 10 days, within 1 day, like you saw with PSU banks. So I wouldn't be surprised if you get a new high today.
Okay, about new high today. Wow, that will be quite big. So, before I invite Sudarshan, Ashwini, just one more follow through. In that case, do you focus on, just like the PSU bank recap day, the domestic, the PSU banks, economy facing stocks?
Well, everything economy should be doing well, but yesterday we saw even IT do very well. So this is not a market which is just based on the domestic stocks. I think IT is moving up fairly strongly. You saw the kind of move Infosys had. So my sense is that today you could have an all-out type rally where all sectors participate.
Well, yeah, I'm sure you'll be able to see those charts much better. But basically today, those with foreign debt will actually do very well.
Yes.
Because the first impact is on the rupee.
Oh, yes.
Rupee getting very strong and dollar getting cheaper. So, the likes of even Bharti, they're not the, yes. At the vanguard of this rally. Yeah. But people with big foreign debt and otherwise very solvent people, I think will get a big upgrade. And therefore, IT will of course be part of the rally, but they will be, I guess, lower down in the rally, simply because for them it's a disadvantage.
Yeah, but today is the kind of day when everything will rally. So of course, yes, Bharti could also be in focus. Sudarshan, good morning. How will you trade the gap up on the Nifty and also the Bank Nifty? The Bank Nifty could actually open at new highs.
Yeah, good morning. This is one of the easier days. You just buy. You don't worry about the gap ups. In the Nifty Bank, in the Nifty, there are new highs coming in the Nifty. I don't know about today, but almost certainly next week. And the Nifty Bank could open at new highs. If it opens, then it's going to go higher. This is a good day to be long. And at the open itself, don't worry, there will be minor corrections. Those are part of the course. We shouldn't worry about that. So be long in both the indices. The Bank Nifty is likely to outperform. So I would feel that if you are looking at individual stocks also, apart from the Nifty Bank, then go for private sector banks, because the Nifty Bank did not correct the way the Nifty had corrected. The bounce will also be stronger, and private sector banks should lead that bounce within this sector. So go long in the Nifty, go long in the Nifty Bank, buy private banks.
Okay. I'm sure Bain Capital will consider themselves so lucky. I mean, they probably already brought their $3 billion, and in a day, in terms of rupees, they're going to get more. So, you know, there are a lot of people who have kept the faith before the upgrade came in. Prakash, your first trade, buy whatever the level, whatever the gap up?
Two ways to enter. A, buy the levels today wherever you are and carry it forward and wait for a reaction. If a reaction comes, buy. That's the first trade actually. If a reaction doesn't come, buy today. Only thing is increase the time frame, widen the horizon. Upside is on, it is bottomed out.
Okay.
Okay, just to remind everybody, 25695 is what we should watch out on in the Nifty Bank. That's the prevailing.
That's the prevailing all-time high, which is which should be taken out actually. I think in the opening, the opening tick on the Bank Nifty should be all-time high. On the Nifty, of course, it could be slightly more work that is required. Ashwani, let's talk about stocks then. What would be your top trades?
See, Hindustan Copper is a buy with a stop of 94, target of 105. The PSUs restarted a rally. So Indian Bank is a buy with a stop of 407, target of 425. United Spirits restarted its move. That's a buy with a stop of 3070, target of 3250. MMTC is a buy with a stop of 76, target of 88. And Sonata Software is a buy with a stop of 200, target of 215.
Okay. Sudarshan, what would you trade?
Well, because we are buying the indices anyway, the trades are mainly in the mid caps. Tech Mahindra, which has been having a sustained rally and is at new highs again for this period, is a buying opportunity. I also have UBL, United Breweries, as a buy. It had a parabolic rally, and that rally should continue in spite of some news that I was just reading. Doesn't matter. That rally should continue. Tata Steel, where a nice correction has probably coming to an end. It is possible that metals may also outperform as a sector. So we are looking at Tata Steel for the day, but perhaps this theme will continue. And Raymond's, where a new high is being made, a minor correction has come in, and that should again resume its upward march. You could really buy any good quality stock today. I have Kaveri Seeds as a short sell, just to keep it a little balanced.
Okay, but Sudarshan, today, I mean, just a question which I will ask all of you actually, which is likely to be the biggest performer within the Nifty itself?
Oh, I would think private sector banks and Reliance. And the only reason I'm saying is because of the charts that they show.
Fair point.
Okay. Prakash, what about your stocks?
I'll start with Bajaj Finance. Certainly looks good. Bottomed out here. Target is around 1820 plus zone. Stop below 1740. Mindy is certainly, it looks good. It can resume its journey up to levels closer to 525 plus zone. Stop below 495. Motherson Sumi is another stock. Good base formation here. Can climb to around 370 plus zone. Stop below 350. And finally, United Spirits. I think it's heading to new highs here, crossing around 3250, 3240 zone. Stop below 3060.
Okay, gentlemen, thank you very much. We'll keep coming back to you, I guess, very often today. But, and even as we keep tracking this big story, when we return, we're going to get absolutely the biggest financial voice in the country.
Well, big day for India, and of course, we should have a good start for our market. Mohammad Ababhai, Asia Pacific Trading Strategies Group, who heads the desk actually, is with us now from Citi. Mohammad, good morning. Do you see a lot of FII inflows into our market now that we have a macro trigger in terms of a rating upgrade?
I think certainly from an equity side, the FII inflows have been going on all year, and I think what this means in terms of equity investors is not a huge amount. I don't think it's a material game changer for equity investors in terms of their allocation to India. I think if anything, what it means is that things are on track. Yes, there are challenges ahead as well, but what we've seen is just consistent flow going into the Indian equity markets. And India has really been a beneficiary of the easy liquidity that has been going on globally. It's part of the liquidity wave that we've been seeing coming right across equity and bond markets as well over the last 12 to 18 months.
Mohammed, maybe you want to put your phone closer. Your voice is not filtering in very clearly. but I'm going to try my luck. We have got you a rare guest and the most pertinent one at the most appropriate time. So thank you for joining us. We are told that this can convert some long-term pension funds who have been fence-sitters and who wait for this kind of a rating upgrade to jump in. We are also told, I mean, obviously the rupee not yet trading in India, it will trade in about 15 minutes. I'm told that it's already about 35 pice stronger. Will both these triggers unleash more equity funds into India?
Not necessarily, I wouldn't imagine. I think most people who want to invest in India can already do so. I don't think that I think on the bond side it may be slightly different because there may be some bonds that are only allowed to own credit of a certain grading. I know certainly that when a country or a company is downgraded to junk status, for example, it's clearly not happening here, that some of the funds are required to sell. But I think in terms of India, I think what people are going to be looking for is still earnings growth on the equity side more than anything else.
Okay. Actually, Mohammed, the line is not helping at all.